All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Big waves, big waves. Good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. Um, so, lot has been going on. I mean, of we're starting to get back into things. We've had a big birthday with Ashley Paulson, Robin DeMio. We hope that this year is the best year ever for you. And um, our word for this week is all derives from the letter F. So this morning, the word is flexible. Flexible. If you look at the definition, it says capable of bending easily without breaking, able to be easily modified and respond to altered circumstances or conditions. Now, I went with the second one this morning because, to be honest, I could bend, but I think I might break myself right now. Yeah, how many of you feel that way? Like you're like, I don't know how flexible I am. So I went with easily modified and respond to altered circumstances and conditions. John Wooden, actually, how many of you know John Wooden? Great basketball coach, amazing in the Hall of Fame, said flexibility is the key to stability. Flexibility is the key to stability. And I guess my question to myself this morning is, how many of you would say you feel like you're a flexible human in regards to change, modification? If you've got to make an adjustment on the fly, how many of you would say that that's kind of you feel like you're pretty flexible? Yeah, I would kind of say the same to myself. I think I'm in circumstances I'm that way, and in circumstances I'm not that way. So it just depends. But I went this morning really quick, and I'm going to turn it to Andrea, is qualities of a flexible person. So that I can know like what are the qualities of a flexible person? Well, a person that's flexible can adjust at any moment. Like their cells are set in this direction, but if something happens, they can adjust cell, right? They can adjust for the winds rather than going, nope, this is where I set off and this is where I'm going. No questions asked, right? Another quality of a flexible person is they see opportunities, not obstacles. And so this for me was kind of a big one because I see myself seeing opportunities a lot, not obstacles. I even say to myself, you know, when given an opportunity, grab a hold, figure out later, you know? And I think about myself with even in the real estate world, like purchasing. Sometimes I get myself in trouble because I grab the opportunity and then figure it out later and go, ooh, not such a great deal. But a flexible person tends to see opportunity above obstacles. A third thing they do is they're true team players. Flexible people are true team players. And number four, they make habits to be positive, professional, and personal. They suppress their ego and they come across to society as very humble and authentic. So I think for me, I look at flexible and I go, man, I want these traits. I want to adjust and be able to set a different adjustment to depending on the winds that come at me that day. I want to be able to see opportunities rather than obstacles, but maybe walk a little more patient in them, looking at them. I want to be a true team player. And I also want to be positive and professional and personal, and always suppress my ego. So I look at these qualities and go, I absolutely want that for myself on a daily basis. So, Andrew, I'll turn it to you.
Well, I think you might have stepped on my toes a little bit. This was a great lesson for me to look into because Coach likes to tell me that I'm a little bit rigid. And he's probably being nice when he says it, because I can be a little bit inflexible in a variety of ways. So the quotes that I found was, "Blessed are the flexible, for they cannot be bent out of shape." And I thought, oh my goodness, isn't that true? When you're working with somebody that's just easygoing and flexible, like, they're probably happier people. That could be one of those traits, because they're not irritated by all the little inconveniences that can be a part of our day. And if you can't be flexible in life, you become irritable with life. And I think about all the times that I'm like, no, it has to be exactly this way. And then it's that expectation of a certain thing that throws me all off kilter. So I definitely need to work on being more flexible. So that's what I looked into. How, as a inflexible human being, what can I do to be more flexible? So first of all, we've got to consider alternative options. So if you're prone to inflexible thinking, we may become comfortable with a certain way of doing things. And it's important to remember that there are other ways. There are many solutions to any given situation. And all that made me think of, and I'll try not to go on too many tangents today, but what that made me think of is loading the dishwasher. Like, I have a very perfect, specific way to load the dishwasher. And I really think that my kids try to drive me crazy, because they will literally, you guys want to into my world, they will put the forks with the spoons. And I'm like, no, they don't commingle. The spoons go here, the forks go here. Little bit inflexible, but you know what? Even when they load the dishwasher, the dishes get clean. Like, I'll open in the morning and go, what in the world were they thinking? But it still works. And that's a great reminder that, we can load the dishwasher a little bit different, and that can work across the board. Number two is start by making small changes. So we can practice being flexible by making small changes to our daily routine. So if you get up and instantly make the bed and then walk to the restroom, well, maybe walk to the restroom and come back and make your bed. That'd be very inefficient. I don't know if I can do it, but just, you can change up your routine in, little ways. A crazy one that they suggested was brush your teeth with the other hand. Like, how many of us, we brush our teeth with our dominant hand, and we do the same little track through our mouth? It's like, we'll work on going backwards. And crazy enough, it will create this flexible pathway in our mind by just doing a silly, small thing. Number three is try new experiences. So make a point to do something different. If you've never been, I drove by a restaurant the other day, it was German food. And I went, oh, I've never had German food. So I kept going. But if we want to be more flexible, stop at the thing you've never done before and go check it out. I'm like, what would they have? Just pretzels? Like, what's German food? I don't know. I'm half German. I have no idea. I probably should work on that. But make a point to do something just out of your norm. Number four is to meet new people. Every time we interact with somebody, we get to see a different way of thinking, a different way of doing life. And so the more people that we know and we try to see things through their eyes, we can become more flexible with that. Number five, Coach talked on, look for opportunities. So if we are trying to be more flexible, we can look around this world and see where we can see an opportunity instead of an obstacle. And then lastly, and Coach, you must have gone really fast because I think I've talked a lot, but lastly, maintain a positive attitude. So if we want to be more flexible as humans, we've got to try to look for that glass being half full. I almost said empty, half full. So when we're, coming outside of our comfort zone, it can be easy to kind of feel a little bit of fear there, a little bit of discomfort. And if we can try to focus on being more positive in those moments, then that can help us create those new patterns so we can be more flexible.
No, I love this. And really today, I mean, I'm just thinking of myself today, and I'm like, I'm going to be more flexible today. Like as people need me, as things come up, and I've got how many of you get your schedule for the day and you do not like that to be altered, right? So I'm going to work in that direction of being more flexible. So thanks for the lesson this morning, Andrea. And guys, we love you. We appreciate you. We know a lot of you still out traveling. I'm one of them. And so safe travels back. We had an absolute amazing time with each and every one of you, spending time with you, and just look forward to the rest of the week. So have a great Tuesday. Let's find somebody today, make them have a better day because we showed up in their life.
Woo,
See you
woo.
guys.
Thank you, Coach. Love
Thank
you
you.
guys so much.
Thank you, Andrea.
Yes.
Appreciate
Thank you,
the
Brand.
class.
Thank you, Andrew. Great job.